Welcome to Concept Scroll. Today we are studying Class 10 Social Science, Chapter Nationalism in India. This is part 17 of 24, where we will learn about Stalinism and collectivization. Let's get started. The period of early planned economy in Soviet Russia was marked by the collectivization of agriculture, a policy initiated by Joseph Stalin. By 1927 to 1928, Soviet towns faced acute grain shortages, prompting the government to fix grain prices. However, peasants resisted selling their grain at these prices, leading Stalin to implement emergency measures. He suspected that rich peasants, known as kulaks, were hoarding grain for speculative purposes. To counter this, party members conducted raids and enforced grain collections. As shortages persisted, the government decided to collectivize farms, arguing that small peasant holdings were inefficient and could not be modernized. From 1929, peasants were forced to work on collective farms, kolkhots, where profits were shared. This led to widespread resistance, with peasants destroying livestock and facing severe punishment, including deportation and exile. Despite collectivization, agricultural production did not increase immediately, and the bad harvests of 1930 to 1933 resulted in a devastating famine, claiming over 4 million lives. Here's an interesting fact. Stalin's drive for collectivization was so extreme that even family kitchens were banned. Everyone had to eat in large communal halls. Key takeaways: collectivization aimed to modernize agriculture by consolidating small farms into large state-controlled farms. Peasants resisted collectivization, leading to destruction of livestock and severe government reprisals. The policy resulted in a significant famine due to initial production failures. Deported, forcibly removed from one's own country. Exiled, forced to live away from one's own country. Kulaks, wealthy peasants in Soviet Russia. In the next part, we continue with nationalism in India on Concept Scroll.